So before we begin, I'd like to tell you guys that some of the footage I recorded for this game got like destroyed. I'm not really sure what happened to it, but just some of the quality just isn't really up there. So I'm just warning you guys in advance. Sorry for this, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Again, I'm sorry for this inconvenience, and let's begin. Astroneer is like one of those games where there's no real motive in the game. You start off in a space station. You don't really get a look in there or anything. You're just outside of a space station with a bunch of astronauts in what appears to be like escape pods, and you gotta choose one of these. Once you do, it launches you out, and essentially it's just like a shortcut scene of you going down to the planet. Nothing really there, it doesn't explain anything, you know, just really simple, short, kind of a cutscene thing in the beginning. And that's really it for like the game, for as the story goes. There's not really anything else. You just kind of land there, no real objective, nothing to do, nothing. Nobody tells you anything. I really wouldn't like to be an astronaut if that's how it really was. So that's pretty much for the beginning. After that, there's nothing really else going on. There's no real direction, there's no motive, and you pretty much get to do whatever you want. You get to build your bases, you know, common things. You can't really physically build a building unless you want to use this tool they give you where you can shape the land, and that is actually really cool. I really like that. I had tons of fun playing with that. It was really a neat idea. But you don't really get to make a base with anything. No real building materials. You pretty much make these like pad things with essential stuff on them. Building bays, you know, you're just your main thing going on around there. And in order to build these, you get your material from anywhere on the planet. You pick them up, and you bring them back. That's the one thing I want to talk about. That this crafting system, I didn't really know what to do at first. I don't know how to do it until I had a friend explain to me, because it doesn't really explain to you how to do this at all. So essentially, you're on this planet with nobody telling you what to do. In this game, when I first played it, I wasn't having too much fun, but eventually I started messing around with a couple friends, and I started having fun. And that's what I think this game is pretty much going to be, at least in its current state. There's nothing really going for it. I mean, it was a fun game, but there's really nothing going on. And essentially, you're just there to messing around, because the crafting isn't really in depth. It's really bare bones, and there's nothing you can't eat. There's no real danger except for an occasional sandstorm or these flower things that appear and shoot spikes out. You can easily just go around those, and sandstorm just go up against the wall. You should be fine for the most part. Sometimes these blocks go in through the walls. That's another thing I want to talk about. This game is really glitchy. The game devs even warn you at the beginning of the game that this game is glitchy. Some of them were actually really funny. Like, actually, here, let me play a couple. I've used these glitches just to have fun. And to be honest, if these glitches weren't here, I probably won't have as much fun. Imagine these glitches almost like a glitch in a Bethesda game. You know, they're really funny to see, and I guess you can excuse it somewhat since this game is in pre-alpha. They said they're gonna fix this, which I really like how they're really communicating with the community that enjoys this game, improving upon it. But even after all that, this game really does have some really good visuals. This game looks really pretty, I guess you can say. It really does look nice. It's almost like what a kid would imagine how an alien world would look like is a way I can describe this. Really bright colors. There's purple, green, blue, white. Just really bright, nice looking colors. I actually really like the design of the game. Since there's no threats, nothing really that can kill you besides, you know, an occasional sandstorm or flower, I think this fits the game really well, simply because there's no threats. So overall, let's cap this review. This game is fun with friends, but if you're alone, I think this could get kind of boring kind of fast. So to recap, the game looks nice, there's a ton of glitches, and it's being updated by the developer. So right now in its current state, I'd say it's okay. Yeah, you should probably wait until this game is on sale for you to buy it. But overall, if you have friends, if you and a couple friends decide to play this game, you'll have fun. A lot of the times we just built random walls and objects, and I would just drive the car and then go off these ramps or glitch out and have a ton of fun like that. So That's pretty much what I think about Astroneer. Not really anything too amazing as some people have been saying, but it's not bad and it's improving. So for 20 bucks, I don't know. I'm not really too. I'm kind of iffy on that price. But if you get this game on sale, I'd suggest to get it. Pick it up. Why not? So that's really it for this review. And Ace is out.